Record for the people. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Reset and Recharge Retreat Q&A. So we will have another session for everybody who is definitely going closer to the retreat, but this is because it's going to be here before we know it. Time flies. This will give you an overview of the retreat, or if you're considering coming and not sure yet, this will give you the information that you need to make a decision. And if you're already registered, this will still give you important information that you'll want to know. So today we're going to go over introductions of your host, which are my husband, Jorge, and myself, Brittany. And then we also have one teacher so far that's going to come with us who does energy healing and also does a lot around mindset work. So we don't have her exact offering yet, but I'll be introducing her to everyone here in the upcoming weeks. And we'll talk about what is a retreat. A lot of you have been on retreat already, so you know what a retreat is, but some logistics, and then we'll open it up for Q&A at the end. This is a picture here of where we will be staying. This is a photo from Villa Sumaya. So we are directly on Lake Atitlan, which is such a beautiful paradise. Like, we have the dock there, and there's a path right along the side of the lake. We can jump on in and swim and just really enjoy the stars. It's a really, really beautiful place, and I'll get more into that. So a little bit more about me. I know, like, most people on know me, but maybe some people listening don't know me well. My background is in nursing, and back in 2019 hosted my first retreat. Oh, can everybody mute themselves just for this part? Thank you. Yeah, so in 2019 started hosting retreats, and I've been hooked ever since. It's such a beautiful, fun adventure. We typically host adventure wellness retreats, and I absolutely love the community and the connection that comes out of it. And being in a group environment with a common goal of wellness, of healing, has been so instrumental on my journey. And I see the same thing with my clients. It's so therapeutic and so uplifting. And so we have just such a wonderful time. So I'll be offering during the retreat transformational workshops. I'm also a personal trainer, so fitness, yin yoga, breathwork, meditation, a lot of mindfulness. And then Jorge, you want to introduce yourself? That's my husband, Jorge.
Yes, my name is Jorge Cano. This will be, I don't know, our retreat number
8, I think.
8, I believe. Yeah, it will be our second time in Guatemala. It's one of my favorite locations. Lake Atitlan is, to me, is just like a spiritual vortex in this world. It's beautiful. You can really feel the Mayan culture alive. I thought that the Mayans were gone completely, but their culture is thriving and living. I am Jorge Cano, as I was saying. I'm a respiratory therapist. I've been an RT for about 11 years already, 12 years. I lost track of time. I'm a breathwork instructor. I'm a mindfulness teacher and a yogi. And yeah, I'll be co-hosting this retreat. It's gonna be an honor for me to be part of this this adventure once again. And it's my honor also to be in service. So thank you for trusting us, and thank you for letting us be part of your journey as well.
So a little bit more about where we're staying, and I'm going to show some videos. You may have already looked those up on YouTube, but they're short videos. So the videos will be a few minutes. So like I was mentioning, we're staying at Villa Sumaya. This resort, this retreat house is absolutely beautiful. One of the few of the things that attracted us to this place to begin with was how beautiful it is and the amazing reviews. Also, I love that Wendy, the owner of Villa Sumaya, she does a lot in the community. So if you go on the Villa Sumaya website, you're going to see they have like a Mayan mother project. They do a lot for women. I guess there's women in the community that don't receive benefits. They've like kind of aged out of it and they're not receiving benefits. So they do a lot in the community, which I really appreciate. And this retreat center has been around about 20 years. And so when we were scouting retreat locations, I spoke with other retreat hosts who have stayed here, and their reviews were, gleaming. One lady's like, I've hosted here 6 different times. And so after our experience there last time, we really found it to be true that it really is such a special place. So there's the restaurant in there, there's a juice bar, there's an apothecary, which is really cool. There's pools, sauna, hiking. You're right there to hop onto the boat and go across the lake to visit other towns. So it's really just such a special place. And as you're there, you'll like find hammocks and all of these little nooks and crannies that have so many different details. And I'm going to show you all a video that just gives some oversight into where we're going to be staying. It's about a minute here. Everybody can see that? Okay. That's one of the yoga shalas. View from the yoga shala.
The yoga center for sure has one of the best views and one of the best locations in entire Atitlan, because it's facing all the volcanoes.
And as you can see, it's remote and quiet out there. I also wanted to show you, this is going to be our yoga shala, and we'll also have access.
Your sign to stock up on sign, because right now it's
ads.
all signs.
I thought I skipped the ad. But I think it's on the other one, maybe.
Make your message stand out with yard signs. Or stop them.
That's what it is. Okay. All right. So this is the yoga shala that we're going to have access to, that will be our main shala, where we'll meet and do meditations every morning, movement, breath work. So we'll spend quite a bit of time in this space here. View is really what I wanted everyone to see.
That was a very cloudy day when they filmed that one, probably.
Yeah, I think they should show more of the view.
Yeah, but there's plenty of nature, so many animals to see, isolated, lots of silence.
All right. We'll go back to here. Took me all the way back to the beginning. Seems that things are running smooth on my computer here. Everybody can still see this. I'm just going to open this presentation back up. Maybe. The meals are vegetarian with the option you can upgrade. I think it's like $8 more a day, or you can do it per meal if you want to upgrade and you do want to do chicken or fish. The healers in this area are absolutely amazing. The Mayan fire ceremony was one of the most inclusive ceremonies I've ever been to. It was with a Mayan man who, it was such a beautiful experience. Everyone who joined really, really, really appreciated it. The cacao ceremony there with Paula is very heart-centered and precious. There's a sweat lodge if you're interested in that. There's astrology reading. So there's someone who does Western astrology reading as well as a Mayan calendar reading. The massages are really, really great. I felt like I was like under a calming drug when I got out of my massage. I was just so relaxed. My friend Lori took a picture of me and I just looked like so zenned out. And everyone was really happy with their massages. And there's Ayurvedic and Reiki and different kinds of energy healing that you'll learn more about during the retreat. They'll share, and you'll get to meet all of these healers before you sign up for them. But if you do know ahead of time that you want to do something specifically, you can let me know. This lady here, she's preparing the cacao. This is actually where we order our cacao for our cacao ceremonies, is from an area that's near Lake Atitlan. And so this is a review. Villa Sumaya is a small piece of paradise on Lake Atitlan. I attended a week-long retreat here and loved everything the property offered. Beautiful yoga spaces, incredible food, extremely talented massage practitioners, relaxing hammocks, amazing views, and warm, welcoming staff. Taking part in the this wasn't my review, by the way. This one's on Google. You can find it. Like, it sounds like everything I just said. Taking part in the Mayan fire ceremony and the sweat lodge ceremony was transformational. If you need to get away and unwind, this is a place for you. So this retreat, being reset and recharged, is really about disconnecting from all of the demands of life, right? Getting out of your routine, really rebooting the nervous system, creating that calm and center and balance in the mind and the body, and really recharging. And it's such a great foundation for creating healthy habits, whether it's to deepen your relationships, expand your sense of community. I'm thinking of somebody who came on the retreat who was like, I just really am looking for my tribe. And it's been so cool to see after the retreat how she's like so many like close friends now, and like really thriving in the relationship department. It can be really great if you're wanting to de-stress, right? And continue those practices that help you feel more balanced, more calm, more close to yourself, more connected to life. And also because it is a place where your meals are delicious and healthy, you're moving every day, you're really connected to nature, connected to yourself. It's a foundation for you to be able to bring these practices back into your daily life. So what's included? So we'll be there for 5 nights, 6 days. We're encouraging people, if you're able to come a day early. One of the reasons being is because it's far. And I know a lot of people are going to probably be coming from Florida and it's flat. It's not that elevated there. It's about 5,000 feet. So depending on how you do with altitude, everyone's different. It can be nice just to be there a day early, but more so because of the trek getting from the airport in Guatemala City over to the lake. So it is about 90 minutes to get to Antigua, which is where we suggest everyone stays. It's a safe, beautiful, old city. It used to be the capital. So there's a lot of like old buildings, a lot of like restaurants, hotels, Airbnbs. The Hotel Casa Santo Domingo, which I can post all of this in our WhatsApp group, is highly recommended place to stay. That runs around 175 plus tax a night. So you figure you could split that 2 ways, or you can do an Airbnb for 4 for $100 or less. So just to give you a price range there. So meals are included. The coffee is great, tea, purified water. Like I mentioned, every day. There she is, birthday girl. Hey. That daily meditations. And if you look on the actual retreat agenda, you'll get an idea of what the schedule is like. But we have something, scheduled every morning and in the evening. And there's also workshops and practices in between. We do a lot around mental health, well-being, as well as holistic wellness. Lots of opportunity to explore the grounds, explore the areas, hop on the boat and go to all of these different Mayan villages that each have their own culture and distinction that makes them, unique. Like one is like a hippie town, another one is known for its cacao and its coffee and its arts. Yoga props, mats, all that's included. We always have just such a fun time, and everybody is so awesome who comes on the retreat. It's a really beautiful, grateful experience. Traditional Mayan cacao, so you'll get to taste that if you haven't. There's lake, there's the pool swims, there's a solar hot tub, there's gardens, and you'll also have access to the healers, which will, just to give you a rough range on prices, I'd say like 75 to 100 on most of the like spa services. The like cacao ceremony, fire ceremony, those are around 45-ish. Please don't quote me exactly, because I know with almost everything, those prices have probably, maybe gone up a little bit. There's also an on-site apothecary, which has all kinds of herbs and tinctures, which is really, really cool. There's a wellness bar, there's a boutique there. You can get some really cute shopping in Guatemala. The colors are so vibrant. Kayaking, you can paddleboard, cliff dive. A couple of the girls did that. They went off, they cliff dived. Their GoPro imaging was very cool and exciting. We didn't get to do that one this time around, but maybe this time. The sweat lodge, bird watching, you can do a coffee tour. We did, as a group, do the permaculture tour, which was super cool to see how we can really make the environment a better place. And the guy's super passionate about permaculture who led it, and we went around his grounds. We did a waterfall hike. I talked about the different villages. There's also a shamanic sound healing ceremony you can do, a blue lotus ceremony, tribal dance. You're going to want to fly into Guatemala City. And so transportation's not included, but we have a very reputable company, Contours, and we'll give you that information. I would say like plan around $50, maybe give or take, and go as a group, right? That's typically how it works when transportation's not included. But everybody who is coming on the retreat will be in the same What's Up group. Some of you are already in there. And then it'll be a way to communicate. I'll help you all organize as well, depending on who's coming a day early, flight times, that kind of thing. And I'll have that contact information for you. So what's the difference between a retreat and a vacation? Anybody want to share who's been on a retreat before, what they feel like the biggest difference is? You want to unmute yourselves?
This is Leticia, and I'm really looking forward to this next retreat. I think I found more than what I was looking for. It was really revitalizing. It was really allowing myself to really just be, which again, I think all of us get so involved with work and family and other obligations that we kind of lose ourselves a little bit. And it was just a really wonderful place to be. In fact, when I came back, I felt like it was just a much more of a tranquil, quiet internalization of it all. It was really great. So I think it's more a retreat is really something you do for yourself, to retreat into yourself and get a better understanding of where you are in the universe. I loved it. Can't wait to do it again.
Thank you. I'm so glad you'll be there. Yeah, so if you've been on retreat, you have an idea of how it differs than vacation. To me, one of the biggest distinctions between a vacation and a retreat is that you really have an intention, right? And you, like Leticia said, focusing on your own well-being during this time. And it can be such a great way, like as you see here, some of the benefits of being, just like Leticia mentioned on retreat, is, healing old habits, healing old patterns, getting out of your environment into a space where the focus is to heal, right? Let go of things that aren't working and seeing different things that maybe you didn't see before, and being able to like shed things that are no longer supporting you and your health. This place especially, super relaxing and peaceful. It's easy to exercise and eat healthy when everything's right there laid out for you too. Time for digital detox. It's a great time to put the phone down, put the computers down, take that time, right? And then learning new skills. We'll do a lot around mindfulness, around like mental fitness. Lisa Duke, who's going to be one of the teachers, she's going to do, teach about how our mind works and how to really learn how to use our mind as a superpower. And it's a great way to just nourish the body and make friends, right? I know some people from the retreats, they've flown across the country to spend time with each other. Yep. And just went to Jersey to see Naja. She's seen Camille and other places. So the friendships that you make are really such quality friendships and long lasting. So airport transportation, you're gonna want to fly into Guatemala City. And then I told you about the con travel that will be there. They'll pick you up in a shuttle. They're very safe. Again, if you can come in early. The daily itinerary, I'll get more specific with that closer to the retreat, but every day you can expect really practices to nourish your mind, nourish your spirit, support your well-being. And then you also get bonus gifts. So 8 weeks leading up to the retreat, you're going to get a fitness training program. There are hills. I'll tell you, this place is on the side of the mountain. You can do it, walk up there without training, but just think about how nice it is if you are prepared to be able, say you do want to go hike, right? There's 2 volcanoes like surrounded the volcanic lake, right? There's volcanoes, not active, to hike. There are so many paths. So it's really nice if you feel active and can be able to do those things. We'll do a pre-retreat group intention setting. And like I said, I'll give more details, specific details closer to the retreat. And then afterwards, we'll do a post-integration, like putting everything together that came from the retreat. And you also will get a one-on-one session with me too, a 30-minute session. And that's the big stuff there. Just checking in. What are y'all looking most forward to? And maybe you know this now, maybe you don't yet. What's your intention for the retreat? Anybody want to share what they're looking most forward to?
This is Tina. I'm on this journey and I'm really looking to connect more with like-minded people. I'm shedding a lot of old relationships, and working through a lot of my inner baggage. And I've been on a retreat a couple times, and I know when I disconnect and I just kind of slow everything down, it really helps me really look at myself and my inner self of all the distractions I create. So connecting, I love nature. I love the outdoors. I've never been to Guatemala, so I'm looking to see the culture more closely and just really use the therapeutic tools and the spiritual tools that you have there to support me in my journey.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing, Tina. Anybody else?
Kind of nailed all of it there.
I know. I was like, this is like perfect. Yes, me too.
I feel like it's
This is a picture of us on the lake last time,
Right.
getting off the boat or going on the boat. I'm not sure. This is our group last time we were there. And then I'm going to read the chat questions because I know there's some chat questions, and then I'll open it up for Q&A. This is one of the views from the Shala. Like, how cool is that? And you see just how like vibrant the colors are, the dress. Like, I love the Mayan culture is so rich. Like Jorge said, it's so alive. Can float in this lake here. And then this, you can't see completely, but this is part of our fire ceremony. Do you remember his name, Jorge? Tomas.
Tomas. Yes,
Yeah.
Tomas.
He gave me, so his astrology readings were about 15 minutes. They were short. Everyone who got one, they were like, wow, that was so on point. I tell you what, when I came back home, I like made some, like my relationship with my mom is so, like it just freed up so much stuff for me in his 15-minute mind read, like the advice he gave me and the direction. And it was interesting too, because it was translated from Quechua, right? Does he speak Quechua? The Quechua to a man who speaks Spanish, English, and Quechua, then back to me.
Quechua is it's in Peru. In Atitlan, they speak around 22 languages. But the majority of it's from Cachiquel, which is
Cachiquel.
which is a language descendant from the actual Mayan.
Yeah, so it was short, it was to the point, and it was powerful. He was awesome. All right, just seeing if I missed anything here. All right, y'all, what questions do you have? Any questions at all? Yeah. Oh,
I
good.
think the big thing for me, I mean, the website is available to us, your slides on what is going to kind of be included. And I guess I haven't signed up yet, so I really don't know the cost and what the deposit is and, you know, the financial part of it. So you can either give that to me now, or I can just go on your site and look what it is, and then I can just go ahead and make the
Yeah,
reservation.
I'll send you
and-
all that information if that's okay. And then
Yeah, that's
we
fine.
can hop on the phone as well because so I can also
Yeah,
if you
that's,
want to talk, but I can
and
send
I
you
think,
all the financial stuff.
yeah, and the big thing is the travel, because I'll be I mean, I'll be coming from Stewart, so I'll be flying probably out of Miami is probably the easiest way to go, Miami International to
Guatemala
Antigua.
City. No, Guatemala
Oh,
City.
directly?
Yeah, go to Guatemala City, and then from there, I would say if you can get a day early. Leticia is coming from Port St. Lucie. Tracy's coming from Port St. Lucie. Lisa's coming from Stewart. So there's people coming from the area too. So perhaps y'all can
We
even
can all kind of go together
yeah,
if
which
it
is
works with people's schedule.
right if it works, which is nice if you can do that. But I would say if you fly into Guatemala City and then 90 minutes to drive to Antigua, and then from Antigua to the lake, I just looked it up today, is like 2.5
Oh,
3 hours. So you're looking at if you can, everybody last time pretty much came in the day of, but it's a lot. You know what I
yeah,
mean? You're going like almost 4 hours in car, 20 minutes in boat. It can be done. Totally can be done. And if you have the opportunity and can go and explore Antigua and come a day early, it's
yeah.
than
So
that.
that's what I would like to do is
And
a
then
day
for your
early.
flights leaving on the 27th, if you want to just go straight to Guatemala City, just book them in the afternoon on the 27th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of zoned out with what you guys were talking about. I apologize.
That's
I,
okay.
I was like, wait, I know Emily, and then I got distracted. So backtracking with and with the travel day, like for sure I would come a day early just to like ease some of that pressure. But then are we waiting for like a group, you know, at a certain, like, because when we go to Costa Rica, like we all meet at the airport at a certain time, we all take one bus. Is that similar to getting to the lake basically, or I mean, not the boat ride, but getting down there? Like, do we all go together?
Yeah, I would say like as long as everybody's flights line up to try to coordinate it that way, at least in like groups, you know, like at least several groups kind of thing. But in the What's Up chat, once everybody starts booking their flight and makes their travel arrangements, then we'll have a better idea of who's coming a day early, who's coming the day up, and how we need to kind of divvy up the transportation kind of thing. But Contours is good with like signs, and they've been working with Villa Sumaya for years. So they make sure they know what they're doing in getting everybody there.
And
Tracy,
oh,
yes, Leticia?
I was just curious, the only document we really need is indeed our passport. Is that correct?
Correct. Yep. Beautiful intention, Rock.
Tracy, your hand is up. What do you have any questions?
Hi.
Hi.
I don't know why I can't turn the camera on. How much spending money do I need to bring, Mom?
Are you a shopper?
Not so much, a little bit. What kind of money do they use? Pesos?
They use
Quetzal.
quetzales. Yeah, quetzales. Am I saying it right?
Quetzal, yeah.
Quetzal. Yeah. Some places do accept dollars. Like some places will accept credit card too, but you think about the international fees.
Okay.
There's like beautiful dresses and headbands, and then you might want to do like if you go into town a tour, small money for the boat ride. Like the boat ride's like $3 to $5.
Oh, and the tip for the boat ride too, and the bus
Yeah,
driver.
tips. So maybe a couple $100.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the exchange? Do we know?
It is. Oh, I just looked this up.
And do we need to do that here or there? Where's the best place to do that?
I'd probably do it in
That part.
Antigua.
Okay.
So let's see.
Can you spell the name of the currency? I'm not quite getting
Yeah,
what you're saying.
it's gonna be QUETZ as in zebra AL.
Okay.
Quetzal
It's-
is also a bird in Guatemala. It's their national bird. Beautiful
Okay.
green, and it's very important in the Mayan culture.
Cacao.
Tina, will
Probably
you
gonna be-
message me your phone number or I can give you my phone number. If you just text me, I have your email. I'm gonna put my phone number in here if you can text me.
So for $1 you get 7.8 quetzales. There's one kind of like 1-to-8 ratio.
But that could change.
Well, that could change, yeah, but that's as of now.
Thank you for that info.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Anybody else?
The weather should be pretty much comparable to Florida, to where we live.
The
Like
weather is
weather right
beautiful,
now.
beautiful spring.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's just like in the early mornings and at night, it might go down to the 50s and 40s. So it might get chilly at night and in the mornings, but during the day, it gets up to the 70s, mid 70s.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's
not too hot. I mean, like if you're
it's not too
directly
hot,
sun,
yeah.
closer to the equator, it's sun's fierce, but it's fresh. It's nice.
I do recommend like bringing a rain jacket just in case, because if you're going between your room and the shala and it's raining, I mean, or I think they provide also umbrellas, but usually travel with a rain jacket and you'll be fine.
And we'll give a packing list too in the prep session that's closer to the retreat. But we wanted to make sure we got some of the general information out there for everyone.
And I probably should know this, but each room has their own bathroom. Is that correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Oh, so okay.
Oh, I didn't show the video of. Do you all want to see a couple more videos of the rooms?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Is it the rooms that we will actually be staying in, or, you know?
Yeah, this is our area
Sweet.
that we're in this time. Let's see.
How many people do they usually accommodate? It sounds like it's a pretty big place, so we'll be one of many groups there.
One of probably two groups, or might be another group. Probably will be another.
Yeah. I do want to say that been talking to Brit. This is probably one of the last retreats we'll be having in a while, because we have other projects in mind, and you know, it'll be a good opportunity, you know, for as many people as possible to come. So if you have anybody that you would like to invite, a family member, a daughter, a sister, a brother, we have many retreats in which, you know, family members, you know, come together, and it's very beneficial for everybody. I'm not sure when we'll be having this kind of retreat again, but it's sure an opportunity to share and to reconnect and to enjoy friendship and family. So please invite as many people as you can, and you won't regret it.
Thank you. Can y'all see my screen?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's lovely.
What's that? Accommodate.
Yeah.
This is room 8.
Hi, Jack.
Jack's on patrol.
Yeah, the facilities are super clean, super well maintained. The architecture of the houses, it's has anybody seen pictures of Lake Como? Letizia, you've been to Lake Como, right?
I have.
It's kind of like the Central American Lake Como. That's
wow.
Well, this room's nice. Y'all get a hammock. Watch the beginning of this video.
So is this a shared dwelling? If, like, say, for instance, Tracy and I would actually get this?
I think that's a
That's
single.
our room.
I was gonna say,
There's
we
two
get
beds
dibs
in
on it.
that one. So
I
that's
think
in our
that's
tower. So most of the rooms in that area have similarities to
That's lovely.
that.
yeah,
And
We
some
can
rooms.
do it.
Some rooms they have their own fireplace as well.
I don't know if they do in that tower though.
No, I'm not
Bring
sure. Some of the rooms, I don't, yeah.
Bring marshmallows.
It's a good idea.
Marshmallows in our room.
Oh, you're
Mhm.
muted, Tina.
Sorry about that. So the accommodations, how do you choose the guests, which rooms that they go to? I mean, do you get to pick the room that you go to,
You
or
get
is
to
this
pick the
something?
room, and typically, unless you have a roommate you specifically want to room with, if people are doing shared, I'll room the people together, or you can single occupancy. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I already have tentatively everyone who's registered kind of have the room assignments laid out, but we still have, all those rooms are fairly similar, just some are up higher than others. But depending on if you want to do a shared or single, and then I'll room you with somebody that I think would be a good roommate for you. And then typically people are introduced before they even end up there, so they already have connected with
Okay, so that we can connect somehow, get together,
Yeah.
and okay.
That's a good question.
All right.
Note to self. Okay, you want to hire him. I do have you on your tentative room, Anne.
All right.
I think is it that room? It's Lotus Room 8 is what I have you in, and I don't know if that was 8 or not, but I'm gonna see.
The good thing is that all the rooms have a view.
Yeah, all the rooms do face the lake.
Regardless of where you are in this place, there's not gonna be a room facing the mountain. I mean, all the rooms are facing towards the lake. You won't regret it.
And the grounds are big, they're spread out, so there's lots of spaces to go to if you do end up having shared space. And if you want that alone time there, like that review said, there seriously are hammocks and like little the whole time we were there, I just kept finding all of these like little intricate details all throughout the retreat center, which was really cool. You kind of saw some in the room, just like the mosaic on the ground and the little like Mayan sewn cloth, and they have a lot of details everywhere, which is really beautiful to see. Yes.
Do we ever interact with the other people who are, doing their own retreat?
No, it's a complete. It's
a
rule.
You're not
No,
one
we're
of
not
those.
gonna allow that.
We did last time, so I found out who was hosting, which I haven't looked yet. Last time I looked, there was not another group, but there probably is now. I looked to see who was gonna be leading another group, and I already like became her friend and hung out with her before. Did a Zoom with her. We hung out with her in Panajachel before the retreat because we went a couple days early. So I'll find out, but we can interact. Depending, like the other retreat might have a day in silence, right? And they kind of give us space between meals so that we're not
Nice.
all directly around each other. And because it is really spread out there, it doesn't feel like, you're on top, you're like meshed with another group. But the other group we had last time, they were lovely.
Yeah, they were, and we were in the same wavelength. I mean, people that go to a retreat house like this, they're not going to, like
Party.
to party or like
What? No, just kidding.
well, I mean, you know what I mean.
This was.
That's awesome. I'm excited.
Everybody is very approachable. Everybody's very kind. People are super
nice.
helpful. Yeah.
A lot of their staff they've had for like 8 to 10 years. Like they've kept their staff too.
I might want to stay there.
Well, but there was a guy there who was working in the apothecary and helping out, who was doing like a month internship there. So they probably keep you and let you stay and work in the kitchen and be Chef Tracy.
Wow. There you go.
Might happen. You never know.
Sure does. The one,
So yeah, or you might find your man over there.
right?
Never know.
I do have a question. One of the pictures you showed of the place had shelves and shelves. They looked like colored rocks. What were they?
In the video,
Yeah.
I think those are like just little statues that they put to decorate. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that I know what you're talking about. I think those are statues that they have.
Everybody should bring a rock. And I'll bring paints, and then we can paint rocks
That'd be
and leave them
fun.
around the place.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
idea.
there's plenty of rocks there. In that
Yeah,
one.
okay. You
Okay.
don't have to bring
Yes.
the rocks. Yeah, I guess we're on a
Yes,
volcano. That's like
But
me.
but I like that idea. We can definitely bring the paints. That I like that idea for sure.
And then we can even have ones to take home. You
Yes.
know?
That's a good idea.
Oh boy, I'm so excited.
I'm gonna stop our recording. Thank you for everybody for watching.